Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Noah. I'm with the City and County of Denver, and this video provides an introduction to the Energize Denver Building Performance Forecasting Calculator. It will touch on some aspects of the building performance policy, but if you wish for a more comprehensive review, please watch our technical guidance videos, which are linked in the description. You can access the Building Performance Forecasting Calculator at calculator.energizedenver.org. I've also linked this website in the description. Before diving in, it's important to note that the inputs and values computed in this tool should only be viewed as estimates. The data is based on user input and does not guarantee performance requirements compliance. The City and County of Denver is not responsible for the accuracy of this data. When you initially access the Building Performance Forecasting Calculator, you will see a pop-up window for the Calculator Wizard. The wizard will walk you through the different sections of the calculator and provide you with a high-level description, but for the purposes of this video, we will skip the wizard. The Building Performance Forecasting Calculator is split into multiple sections with different options you can use for evaluating different projects and forecasting how those projects will affect your building's performance. In this video, I'll provide details on each of the following sections: building details, base metrics, site energy use intensity reduction forecast, electrification, renewable energy projects, building performance forecasting chart, and the potential fines forecast. First, the building details section on the left side. This section will display information about your building pulled in from the city's records. You may search for your building using either the Denver Building ID or the building address. With your building selected, the building details section will display your building's gross floor area, the baseline year, and the baseline energy use intensity, or EUI. The building area displayed is the gross floor area of the building that was determined to be accurate by the City of Denver. The baseline year is the year for which your annual energy use was collected to determine normal operation. Most buildings in the City of Denver have a baseline year assigned to 2019, but if the building has an approved target adjustment, it may be different. The baseline EUI is the building's reported site EUI during that baseline year, in this case 2019. If a building did not report for the assigned baseline year, the City of Denver assigned a local median baseline EUI for that building type. In the base metrics section, determine whether you would like to forecast based on the baseline EUI or your recently reported data. The City of Denver uses the baseline EUI for all official target setting, but we recommend using the current EUI as it is the most recent building's performance. The first three columns of the Site Energy Reduction Forecast table will display your target EUIs for the first, second, and final targets. These building performance targets need to be met for the building to be considered in compliance and to avoid potential fines, but more on that later. Please note that approved timeline or target adjustments are included in the values shown in these columns. In the fourth column, just to the right of your building's targets, you can begin to evaluate different scenarios and forecast based on planned energy reduction projects. To start, enter in the estimated % reduction you will achieve by a project in the performance period the project will be implemented. For example, if I were planning a boiler replacement in 2024 that is going to cause a 20% reduction, I would enter 20 in the first estimated reduction field. If I were planning an envelope upgrade in 2026 that is going to cause an 8% reduction, I would enter 8 in the second estimated reduction field because that upgrade won't affect the building's performance until after the building is evaluated in 2025. It will, however, affect the performance in 2027. In short, 2023 and 2024 projects will affect the performance in 2025 and should go in the first field. 2025 and 2026 projects affect the performance in 2027 and should go in the second field. 2027, 2028, and 2029 projects will affect the performance in 2030 and should go in the third field. In the Renewable Energy Projects section, you may add any number of renewable energy projects for evaluation and forecasting by following the next steps. To add a renewable energy project, simply click Add New in the top right corner of this section. This will generate a new line where you can enter in the year and generation of the project. In the year field, select the first whole year during which the project will generate energy for the building. For example, if a solar energy project is installed on the building in June of 24, the first whole year during which the project will generate energy will be 2025. In the energy generated field, enter the total annual electricity that is expected to be generated by the project. Click Save. The estimated reduction from renewables field will display the annual energy reduction in kBTU divided by the gross floor area. This tells you how the project will impact the EUI of your building. The estimated EUI after reduction field displays your effective EUI after taking into account renewables and the estimated reductions. If you would not like to use a project in your evaluation and forecasting, simply click Remove. If your building is at least 80% electrified, measured as a percentage of the whole building annual energy use that comes from electricity, the City of Denver is providing a 10% increase to the building performance targets as an incentive. This will make it easier for the building to hit the performance targets. If you are planning to achieve 80% electrification by 2030, then you can apply for an alternate compliance option that will allow you to receive the 10% increase for the interim targets while you work towards 80% electrification. If this is the case for your building, or you would simply like to evaluate how electrifying your building would affect your targets, you can check this box to include the electrification credit in your evaluation and forecasting. As you can see in the target EUIs and site EUI reduction forecast table, all the targets have increased by 10%. The building performance forecasting chart can be used to visually compare different options. Adjusting the previously mentioned sections will affect the data displayed in this chart. The following data lines are included. The performance targets line. This line displays your building's performance targets that are assigned by Denver. These values are also shown in the target EUI column of the table above. The performance targets with electrification line. This line displays your building's performance targets with the electrification credit applied. The estimated performance after reduction line. This line displays your building's performance after the energy reduction projects are fully installed and implemented. The values displayed correspond to those shown in the estimated EUI after reduction column of the table above. The estimated performance after renewables line. This line displays the building's performance after taking into account renewable projects. The estimated performance after reduction and renewables line. This line displays your building's performance after the energy reduction projects have been implemented and the added renewable energy projects are fully installed. The actual performance line. This line displays the actual EUI performance of your building as reported to the City of Denver in previously accepted benchmarking reports. The potential fines forecast table displays the potential fines which may be assessed against your building if your building does not meet the performance targets. Two scenarios are shown in the table. The fines in this tool are calculated using the minimum fine value of 30 cents, but fine amounts may be higher if your building has an approved timeline adjustment. The value shown in the potential fine without reduction column displays the fines that may be assessed if your building maintains its current building performance. The value shown in the potential fine with reduction and renewables column displays the fines, if any, that may be assessed if your building has all energy reduction projects and renewable energy projects fully implemented. If you would like additional information about how to use the building performance forecasting calculator, check out the calculator wizard within the tool or our forecasting calculator how-to guide. I'm Noah with the City and County of Denver. Thanks for watching.